Okay, you guys, let's spend a few minutes today talking a little bit about something we might have forgotten about, and that is our reading buddies. Okay, so remember in the classroom, I have little beanie babies that help us remember our reading buddies. And if you've got animals at home too, or if you've got paper at home, you can draw pictures of your reading buddies to help you remember who these guys are and what they help us to do while we're reading. Okay, so let's take a few minutes now to just review all of our different reading buddies and what they mean when we're reading. Our first buddy is Lips the fish. Do you remember what Lips the fish reminds us to do? Make your lips like a fish's lips and go, get your lips ready. That's right. Lips the fish is our reading buddy that reminds us to get our lips ready. And now that we know all of the sounds that the letters make, all of the sounds that the blends make, you should be getting your lips ready and saying the sound of either the first letter in the word or the first blend in the word every single time when you're starting to read, okay? Remember Lips the fish. Here is our friend Eagle Eye. So remember, Eagle Eye was our buddy when we first started reading, that we were looking at the picture and trying to figure out what the word is, just kind of by guessing and maybe using Lips the fish and Eagle Eye together to look at the picture and say the first letter. Well, now you guys don't need to guess anymore because you are all outstanding readers. So Eagle Eye should be reminding you that if you're stretching out a word and it doesn't make sense, like remember when we put our hands, does it look right? Does it sound right? Does it make sense? If it doesn't make sense, then look at the picture and look at what you're reading and go back and see if you can make that word match with something in the picture that would make more sense, okay? Caw-caw, caw-caw. Always remember Eagle Eye when you're reading. I'm not sure that we ever discussed this friend in length. That means talked about him for a while. But this is our reading buddy, Stretchy Snake. So just like we put words on our roller coaster, we're stretching those words that we're reading down our roller coaster and trying to blend them together. This reading buddy, Stretchy Snake, is just reminding us to do that for a word. So if you get to a word and you're a little bit stumped and your lips are ready and you've said the first sound and you've looked at it and you've looked at the picture and you've seen a picture that matches, then stretch the word out and see if you can read the word. Ooh, 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 ah, ah. This one might be my favorite of all. This is our buddy, Chunky Monkey. Chunky Monkey helps us look for chunks in words that we know. So all of that work that we did with blends, all of the work with word families, all of the work that we've done in Letterland with like Talking Tess and Harry Hat Man that are scared of the thunder, that all helps us when we're looking at words and reading, and Chunky Monkey is our friend to remind us to use those skills. So whenever you see a word family in a word, think, Chunky Monkey, I can do the chunks. Flippy Dolphin is our friend that we've talked about a fair amount in the last couple weeks with our vowel sounds, right? So Flippy Dolphin reminds us, and we're gonna again do that. Does it look right? Does it sound right? Does it make sense? Flippy Dolphin is our friend that reminds us that if we're trying to read a word and it doesn't make sense, flip that vowel sound. Vowels make more than one sound, and so maybe there's a magic E on the end, and we don't realize that magic E is on the end, and we've been reading ak, eh, ak, eh. But if we flip the sound, ache, make, and put magic E on the end, Flippy Dolphin helps us to remember that we can switch the sounds around in the words, okay? We've done lots of practice with Flippy Dolphin. This is the last of our reading buddy friends, but certainly not the least. Now, we haven't talked about this guy at all, but we have talked about what he means and kind of what he stands for. This is Tryin' Lion. And when we are reading, we always remember that Tryin' Lion helps us to use perseverance and never give up when we're reading. So even if you're reading by yourself, if mom or dad is working, doing something, and they can't sit with you and read, remember your buddy, Tryon Lion, who tells us to never give up when we're reading, okay? So do not give up. Maybe skip the word and come back to it. But Tryon Lion would let out a big roar if he knew you were giving up. So do not give up. Tryon Lion. Burp, burp. There you guys have it. Those are your reading buddies. Please remember them when you're reading. I've attached a little bookmark of all of the reading buddies that you can make your own. You can draw them and you can write out what they stand for, or you can print it out, or you can just draw the reading buddies and just remember in your head who they are and what they stand for. But remember these guys when you're reading, because they are all there to help you read all of the words in your books. Good reading. Have a good day.